The nest is best. A bird, still a chick, covered with fresh new feather, was pointing his head out, judging the weather. Judging if now was the time, or maybe if whether tomorrow would actually be a bit better. The clouds look a bit dark. No, I'm not too impressed. I think that in fact the nest would be best. So he popped his head back in and relieved gave a sigh. Tomorrow perhaps I'll set off for the sky. Last week his brothers and sisters all left one by one. They all thought that flying looked like so much fun. He heard how they laughed as they all took to leap, but when he peeks over, the drop looks so steep. The bird's mother swooped down with a grub in her beak, exhausted after doing this week after week. She knows it's not easy leaving the nest, but he's getting so big now, a chat would be best. Besides, it's not fair to be always out flapping, gathering meals while this little one's napping. For new chicks it's okay and perfectly fine, but he's not a baby anymore, so now is the time. Darling, she sang as he gobbled down his meal, let's have a talk, I want to know how you feel. I'm great, smiled the bird as he shook out his wing, but as well as these grubs next time, do you think you could bring... I've got an idea, she cut in straight away. Why don't you go out and find your next grub for today? Just spread out your wings, give a flap and then fly, leave his nest far behind and discover the sky. Maybe tomorrow, the chick said sheepishly. I'll stay here for today, but tomorrow we'll see. I know that it's scary, his mum said with a smile, but I'm sorry to say I think you're in denial. Tomorrow, but never today. Life is for living, not hiding away. Nests are for babies, too little to fly, not young birds like you, unwilling to try. Tell me what's stopping you, why not just go? And the chick peered over once more, but shook his head no. What if I stumble when high in the air, lose my way, go too far, end up anywhere? And cats with their claws, or cars with their wheels, up here I'll never know how each of those feels. And what if I can't find any grubs on my own? I'll be freezing and no more than feather and bone. I see other birds flying and I do like their song, but up here I know that nothing can go wrong. His mother looked into her son's beady eyes. But there's so much you're missing, life is such a surprise. You were made to fly high and hang out on the breeze, and to scurry your way through the branches and trees. Yes, there are dangers, I can't promise there won't be. Cats might jump out if you hobble too slowly. The truth is what's waiting, I really don't know. But that is exactly why you have to go. The scariest thing that could possibly be is if you decide not to listen to me, and instead of seeing all the things that you should, and becoming all the things in the world that you could, if you stay up here in this nest so small, all that can happen is nothing at all. The chick looked at the view. He wasn't really prepared, but to his surprise he felt a little less scared. His mother smiled at him sweetly, and it felt like goodbye. So is the nest still best, or shall we give it a try? And then he peered over one last time with a shiver, spread out his two wings and in the breeze felt them quiver. Then with a jump and a flap, he was suddenly flying. He didn't know where he'd go, but he knew he was trying.